attention, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here is Young. It's caught by Sanders. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Young. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's got some space here. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, on the opening drive, he was looking for a big chunk play. Unfortunately, that time, the secondary was ready for it. Charles picked it off. Not only that, they take it the other way for points.
Homework, preparation, research, it all comes back to that, BJ. Scouting your opponent, not just the players but the coaches too, and seeing what they call to begin a game, find out their tendencies. They recognize the early deep ball was part of their opposing game plan, and they weren't caught off guard when it showed up.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Young. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now Young. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here up near the 40.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. To throw is Newton. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Newton's throw on target to Godwin here. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Young. This might be a free play. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Young to throw it. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. An option handoff given to Sanders. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now here's Young. He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And the Bucs will take over possession here up at the 44. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled. Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. White, he'll try the left side. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
First down, Young. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They go play action. Young. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Young. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Now Young on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Young off the play fake. This one into the hands of Thielen. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Let's go. Ready?
Off the play fake, Young. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Damiere Byrd, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's a toss right side with White. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
But obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. On 2nd and 12. Newton delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Looking for White on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Buccaneers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Marr on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Buccaneers 14, Panthers 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Young. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender. Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Newton now to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it. What will look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track. They will run with White out of the shotgun.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a third down. Well, we talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll get that out to the flat to White. They find some open field here. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Here's Newton. Steps away to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Bucs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action, Young. Rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Young. Throw left side, complete to Bird. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The play fake, now Young. This ball complete to Thielen going across the middle. Down inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Sanders. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. The drive starts with a run by White, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
He finds his target. It's Evans. This set of downs started. They need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. To throw is Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's White. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is White, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. No dice for Sean McDermott in the offense. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 77 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. To throw, Young. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. Touchdown! Demir Bird with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. On the left side, a catch by White. It almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, Newton. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Newton buying time to his left. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Young to throw it. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
To try again after the sack. Young, he'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. A give running left. It's Sanders. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Young to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Young. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Sanders. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? On third, here's an option play right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game.
Down. Striker, 3-3.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Carolina, the win moves them up to 5.
Yeah, all right, my flow sinister.